beyond every clouds, there is always a sunshine available.
Hey everyone, today we are having Amita with us. She is the author of My Son, My Guru. Hi Amita, how are you?
Hi, Priya. I'm fine. Such a privilege to talk to you on this forum. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here. So Amita, thank you so much for taking out your precious time, first of all. And Amita, could you please explain more, tell about yourself more to our listeners?
Yeah. Okay. So I was basically from Delhi, but we settled in Pune for some 30 plus years back. And the movement from Delhi to Pune was also instrumental. It happened because I'm also a mother of a special child. And in this journey, I've tried to, I wanted to really encapsulate what my journey of bringing up a special child has been. And that is why I wrote this book this year itself. And the name of the book is My Son, My Guru, where I have explained what my journey, what my learnings have been through this bringing up of my child. You know, my son is a Down syndrome child.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, I love the cover page of your book. It's like, one plant and plant के ऊपर you just give the title name, My Son, My Guru. तो ये बहुत unique name है. तो ये कैसे दिमाग में आया आपके?
Like I said, initially, even I did not realize that my son is going to become my guru. And the initial years were very, very, very tough, I would say. But the subtitle of my book is also below My Son, My Guru. It says Sunshine Beyond the Clouds. Okay. So the very idea of this subtitle also was in continuation of the main title, because I wanted to portray that beyond every clouds, there is always a sunshine available. But we have to go through the cloudy period in order to be able to see the sunrise in our lives, True. So sun will definitely shine in our lives, provided we are able to have the courage and fearlessness to go through this cloudy period of our lives. And like in everybody's life, there are going to be two types of feelings, sometimes things will be good, sometimes things will be bad. So challenges are there no matter what happens. So we are going to be facing challenges. Everybody does. Though we only focus on our challenge, thinking that I'm the one who is facing this and nobody else is doing it. But that's not a fact, everybody is going through challenges. Only thing is we have to be supportive to each other to be able to understand each other, empower each other, and empathize with each other. Only then we can help each other move forward. And that was exactly what I had in mind when I wrote this book, because I had learned so much during this journey. My son is now 36 years old. So I thought, if I have learned something good, why don't I pass on that learning to my readers, through a book? So it is difficult to get on one-on-one to many people at the same time. Hence, I thought a medium of a book would really, I can reach out to so many people, so many readers. And I'm really grateful to God that the reviews I have been receiving for this book when I, launched it in January 17th this year has been really amazing. And people have told me that their lives have been touched through this, And that was the aim of writing this book, that if I can empower even one person, I would feel mission accomplished, So that is the feeling I have.
Your ideas are so beautiful. Like you told me so nicely. Yeah, I think हर किसी की अपनी problems होती है, हर एक journey की अपनी problem होती है. It depends how we solve. And मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट कि खुद वो चीज फेस करना एंड फिर वो इंफॉर्मेशन दूसरों में शेयर करना है कि बहुत ही बड़ी बात है, क्योंकि हम अपनी जर्नीज देखकर समझकर उसको सुलझाकर बैठ जाते हैं, हम इतना बॉदर नहीं करते दूसरों के बारे में, बट यू टुक दैट इनिशिएटिव एंड यू आर इंस्पायरिंग अदर पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो, यू आर टेलिंग देम दैट मोस्टली पेरेंट्स नहीं बोलते अपने स्पेशल बच्चों के बारे, दे आर लाइक कि why to tell it, what people will say and so on, but जो अवेयरनेस आप क्रिएट कर रहे हो, इट्स कमेंडेबल एंड विंस्पर वांट्स टू थैंक्स यू फॉर दिस, क्योंकि ये हर
Thank
किसी
you
के
so
पास
much.
नहीं होती।
Thank you so much.
अमिता, आई कैन सी कि वहां पे एक अपने प्लांट बुक के ऊपर है, तो वो प्लांट वाला आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
प्लांट वाला आइडिया इसीलिए आया क्योंकि I was depicting my child. So my child was like a plant to me, like we plant and then you have to nurture it. You have to put proper, ingredients into it. Only then it will grow up to be a blooming plant which will bear flowers and fruits and so on, So this is exactly what has happened, And also, if you notice, it has emerged from the mud. So, we all are in muddy situations, but if we nurture them properly, correctly, then we can nurture a very, very fruitful plant out of it, So the same thing happened, Had I given up on my child, कि इसका तो अभी कुछ नहीं हो सकता, इसके लिए तो कुछ नहीं कर सकती, ये पढ़ नहीं सकता, लिख नहीं सकता, but I did not give up. But that I would say it was not that was the beginning how I एक दिन हुआ and I said, okay, yes, ठीक है, अभी हो गया, now I will. It's not like that. It's a very emotional journey which happens, I'd like to take you through this initial part, It all began in 1985 when I was pregnant with my second child. I had a daughter previously and I had a healthy pregnancy, no problems. I was working till the last day. And I landed up in bed in the operation theater, and my gynecologist and my pediatrician were there. And when the child was born, I told them, can you please place the baby on my chest? Because I had read that, the bond of the mother and child becomes very strong if you do that. So they did it immediately. And while they were standing there, I noticed, that both of them were talking. And one sentence was very clear, which I heard. And what they said was, Doc, it looks like a Downs. Now, I had this thing in myself that I'm a very well-read person. I used to read a lot. I used to write also. And then at that moment of time, my brain became totally numb. And I said, what is Down? What is the meaning of this sentence that they are saying? I had no idea what they meant by when they said, it looks like a Downs. And for me, Down was just a place somewhere near the ground, It was an adverb to describe that. But over the period of time, I understood, I got to know that my child is a special child and they are called Down syndrome because they have an extra chromosome in the body. And that gives them all Down syndrome, if you notice, will have the same features, broad foreheads, they'll have slit eyes, and there are other things also. For example, this finger is a little apart and this is curved inside. And I remember he was watching the baby's hand and he said, look at his finger, it is turned inwards. And being a mother, my instinctive reaction was, see, mine is also like that. That is why it is like that. So it was a very turbulent period of time, what happened next. And we went, my husband and I, reluctantly, with a heavy heart, we went to the pediatrician and we asked him, I said, Doc, I don't know how to bring up a special child. What am I going to do? So he told me that, no, don't worry. I'll sort it out for you. And I thought he'll bring me a handbook of how to bring up a special child or something. And I was surprised. He took out his prescription pad and he wrote one line he wrote on that. He said, please treat your child as a normal child. And he said, this is the prescription for life I'm giving you for your son. So it was a kind of line which has stayed with me for all these years and has been the guiding factor for us, However, easier said than done. I could not accept it. My motherly instincts said, no, this can't happen to you. I spent 2 years of my life just crying, and nothing else, that I was praying to God. I was always been a believer in God. And I kept praying to God. I said, God, my only prayer in life will be, please make my child normal. You can take away my hand, my leg, my whatever you want. But in return, give me this one miracle. I want to see this miracle happening. Priya, can you believe it? That the miracle happened. After 2 years, the miracle happened. The miracle happened that I accepted my son as he was. So the miracle was the change from expectation to acceptance. And from acceptance over a period of years, many years, I then went on to be in a state of immense gratitude to God. Immense gratitude. I had nothing to say to God except, thank you, God. So this is how it all started, the first 2 years, and then as a family, we wanted to do something for our son, how we could help him become an independent. So this was the starting, which I thought was very important, that it doesn't happen like doing a switch on and off, that, okay, today I'm not accepting, tomorrow morning I'll get up and I'll accept. It doesn't happen like that. So this was a journey of the first 2 years. And after that, the struggle started, and we, sort of concentrated and, put our heads together. We shifted from Delhi to Pune because Pune was a smaller place. We thought it'll be better to bringing him up, and he had company of his, my sister-in-law's sons were there. So these children learn more from observation than from actually making them sit and study anything, understand anything. So when he was with the two of his cousins and his sister, then he learned a lot in Pune. He started learning, observing and learning. So that was the beginning of the journey. Then he started going to school over here, for a special school, of course. He went to Manovikas, he went to Prayatna, where he was there for 23 years, he was there. And so the journey started, and today I can say with immense pride and gratitude to God that he is an independent individual, and very importantly, a very happy individual, and he spreads happiness to everybody around him.
Wow. Amita, like listening to your story, I was seriously having the goosebumps. The transformation you have from first 2 years when you have the baby, and right now, it's amazing. It's incredible. You know, every mother cannot handle this, because like every mother want love their child, and वो दिल के बहुत पास होता है, maybe daughter or girl. And the जो जर्नी आपकी थी, जो आपने फेस की, वो हर कोई नहीं फेस कर पाता. अभी भी कई लोग ऐसे हैं जो सोचते हैं कि why special child and all those things. Like if I tell you, in my recently interview I have with Ashwarya, like she's also having the special child, and now she just opened one NGO for the special child, and she told me the same, that अभी भी लोग ना बोलते ही नहीं खुल के अपने बच्चों के बारे में. अभी भी वो खोल के बोल नहीं सकते खुल कर कि आज चाइल्ड इज अ स्पेशल चिल्ड्रन या कुछ भी ऐसा. दे स्टिल फील कि गलत है कहीं पे, बट वो गलत नहीं है, क्योंकि वो भगवान की क्रिएशन है, और भगवान की क्रिएशन तो कभी गलत हो ही नहीं सकती. हम लोगों की सोच गलत हो सकती है, हम लोगों की मेंटालिटी गलत हो सकती है, बट भगवान की क्रिएशन नहीं गलत हो सकती. तो you are inspiration for all those parents. You and your husband are inspiration, your family is inspiration for all those family जो अभी भी सोचते हैं कि special child अच्छा नहीं है, जहाँ it's a matter of shame and all those bad things. And I am feeling so pleasure, and I'm so glad right now that I'm talking to you here. You are such an inspiring woman. I would like to clap for you, because
thank you so much. No, I don't deserve the clap. The clap deserve my son deserves the claps, actually, not for me, because I think, you know what, how I view myself, that among all the parents, God chose me to become a special parent.
Exactly.
This is the way to look at things. It's just looking things differently. That's all. So instead of saying, why me? I always say, why not me? So I think it was a privilege which God gave me, that He gave me a special child and He gave me a special mission to be on this world. Otherwise, I would have done the same things, normally, which we do: eat, drink, do our jobs, do this thing, and then we die. But I think there has been a mission in my life with the birth of my child, in my life.
Seriously,
We as a family have grown, so much, grown so much. And we have been able to do things which we never thought were possible,
exactly.
Today, he is living independently. So that who gets this kind of an opportunity, And he's such a happy individual that he spreads happiness to wherever he goes. He is fond of music. He loves dancing. He loves playing games. He is always there for everybody. He has unconditional love for everybody. We as normal human beings, we are, we make these discriminations. that ये वैसा है, ये वो वाली क्लास नहीं है, ये हमारे से कम है, ये ज्यादा है. लेकिन उसके लिए सब एक जैसे इंडिविजुअल्स हैं. Everybody is the same. हम लोग ये courses attend करते हैं to have that kind of a viewpoint, whereas he didn't even have to be taught that. It is his ingrained kind of a thing which he has, quality which he has, that he views everybody. And he knows what is love. He knows how to react to love only. And no other, he has no jealousy. He has no competition. He doesn't compete that I have got so many clothes and you have got not so many clothes. These things don't enter his mind. His world is small, but it is a beautiful world, let me tell you that.
Yeah, the way you are telling me that how he is, so obviously it's a beautiful word, and he's so beautiful person. Like, is he near you right now?
No, actually now, since the last 1 year, I've sent him to a residential place because another tragic incident happened, like I always say, we feel कि इससे बड़ी चीज तो हमारे साथ कुछ नहीं हो सकता था. After having a special child, I thought, अब इससे ज्यादा challenge तो मेरे जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं आ सकता है. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता है. उसके बाद हमारे पर financial problems आ गई. We went in a huge financial issues आ गए हमारे. वो overcome किया, तो उसके बाद very, very unfortunately, in a very bad accident, I wouldn't say an incident कहना चाहिए. We were traveling back from Canada by air, my husband and Abhishek, my son, and myself. And during the flight, 50,000 above ground level, imagine, he had a brain hemorrhage. And he was in the London hospital for 75 days. He struggled for his life. He got the best of doctors, medication, everything. In a strange country, I was there looking after him alone. And but he lost his battle to life in 2010. And so after that, I became a single parent, So then what happened? Of course, it was the most difficult phase of our lives. But that is again where Abhishek taught me how to overcome it, I was more scared for him that how is he going to take this loss of his dad, He was very fond of his dad. And but he used to go to his school, Prayatna, and there, first of all, he never used to talk too much. Then he started slowly opening up. Then he used to tell everybody to come to their place of prayer over there in the school. And he said, now fold your hands and now you pray for my father. And he used to say, my dad has gone up, now pray for him. So imagine that boy with his own intuitive nature, by praying every day with his friends, his schoolmates, his teachers, he was able to overcome that loss. And he taught me that this is the only way to do it. And that is how I learned also, that if I need to see him happy, my children happy, then I also need to be happy and adjust to this new situation which has come into our lives.
Yeah.
So he has been a teacher in many forms. That is why my son, my guru, my son, my guru, I've repeated everywhere, you know. He will always pray before, he will fold his hands and he'll pray when he sits for his food on the dining table. It doesn't matter to him whether he's in a 5-star or he's in a shack or he is at home. He will not, go beyond without eating his food, without praying. So I feel that the food I'm getting on the table today from my home is only because of his prayers, you know, because his prayers are so authentic and so from the heart. So he has taught me so many things, you know, how to be in gratitude for everything that we have, not take anything for granted. That ye to mujhe milna hi chahiye, you know, we usually say these things, but that's not the right thing to do. And because so many people have helped me in my journey forward of these last 36 years, you know, of upbringing, Abhishek, that is why I wanted to give back something to society. You know, I wanted that I have learned my lessons, but how about if I can teach somebody some of these lessons also? If somebody can get inspired by this, empowered by this, you know, so why not? So that was the intent. It was very crystal clear what was my intent of writing the book, you know, was only to encourage people not to give up no matter what happens in life.
Yes.
There is always a way out. If God has given us a situation, he will give us the strength to overcome it also. That is my belief.
Exactly, Amita, like आप ही हो, like, you know, बहुत कम लोग, like कम नहीं, but कई लोगों के पास स्पेशल चाइल्ड होते हैं, वो हर किसी के पास नहीं होते. And I think you are so close to the God. You are blessed child of the God, क्योंकि हर मुश्किल चैलेंज उन्होंने आपको ही दिया, बिकॉज गॉड नोज दैट अमिता कैन हैंडल दिस. अमिता ये कर पाएगी, क्योंकि जो चैलेंजेस आपने अपने लाइफ में फेस किया, ये हर कोई नहीं कर सकता. छोटा से भी कोई चैलेंज आता है तो पीपल गो फॉर सुसाइड्स एंड ऑल अदर थिंग्स, बट आप डटी रहे एंड यू नो focus on all those challenges, you overcome all those challenges because God knows that Amita can handle this. And again I feel, you know, keep, you can do anything. You are a strong and inspiring woman. Like you told that you are, you know, the way you help your son and the way you overcome from your husband loss, it's not an easy thing, but you did it. And I think you are the inspiration not for the special child parents but the women over there who lost their husbands, because COVID में भी कई लोगों ने बहुत कुछ अपने खोए हैं. एंड आप उन सबके इंस्पिरेशन हो जो उम्मीद हार कर बैठ गए हैं कि लाइफ में आगे कुछ नहीं है. एंड जैसे आपने सोसाइटी को वापस दिया, आपने एक बुक लिखी, क्योंकि अगर आप बुक ना भी लिखते तो आपको इतना कुछ बेनिफिट नहीं होना था, बट यू डिड इट फॉर द सोसाइटी. आपने सोसाइटी को देने के लिए बुक लिखी आपने उस पर, क्योंकि बुक लिखना भी आसान नहीं है. आई एम माई सेल्फ ऑथर ऑफ रिच इन टर्न बुक, तो आई नो हाउ मच एफर्ट इट टेक. दिन रात सोचना पड़ता है मैटर के ऊपर, दिन रात यू नीड टू राइट इन सच अ वे कि लोगों को हार्म ना करे और लोगों तक मैसेज भी चला जाए. फिर एक पेज की बहुत एडिटिंग होती है. देन यू लेटर ऑन नीड टू स्पेंड सम मनी ऑन द बुक आल्सो. तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, बट यू स्टिल गिव बैक टू द सोसाइटी. आपके दिमाग में ये था कि मुझे सोसाइटी के लिए कुछ करना है. तो आई थिंक यू आर द इनक्रेडिबल पर्सन. अगेन आई वुड लव टू से दिस, जो जिंदगी की जंग आपने जीती है ना, वो हर किसी के बस की बात नहीं है.
But इसकी I just like to add that इसकी हिम्मत भी मेरे को भगवान ने ही दी है. मेरे में नहीं थी ये हिम्मत. मेरा एक चैप्टर है इसमें, उसका टाइटल है बी फियरलेस टू फियरलेस.
ओके.
सो जब तक हम एक सिचुएशन को फेस नहीं करते हैं, जब तक हम पर्दे में रखते हैं कि ये मेरा सिचुएशन है और मैं इसको कैसे बताऊं किसी को, तब तक हमारी सोल्यूशन नहीं आ सकती है. लेकिन जब हम when we go out into the world with confidence कि ये हमारी क्रिएशन तो नहीं है, ठीक है ना, आई एम नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर इट, मैंने मांगा भी नहीं था, लेकिन अगर आया है मेरे पर तो मैंने उसको सच मानो तो मैं, इफ आई कैन यूज दिस वर्ड्स, मैंने भगवान का रूप समझ के उसको पाला है. और लेकिन मेरे को इसमें भगवान ने सबसे पहले हेल्प करी है, और मेरी फैमिली ने, मेरे फ्रेंड्स ने, स्ट्रेंजर्स ने भी आके मेरे को हेल्प करी. ऑफ कोर्स देयर वाज सिचुएशंस लाइक हम लोग बाहर जा रहे होते थे तो वी वर वॉकिंग विद आवर चिल्ड्रन एंड स्ट्रेंजर्स मेरे को आके, लेकिन ये क्या हुआ है, इसको क्या बीमारी है, इसको ये बोलता है कि नहीं बोलता, ये कुछ मांगता है कि नहीं मांगता आपसे, आप उस डॉक्टर के पास जाइए वो ठीक कर देगा, आप ये कर लीजिए. सो अननेसेसरी पीपल पोक देयर नोजेस इनटू these things, demotivate people instead of motivating them. So I don't want anybody to get into that rigmarole. Be firm. Tell them we have a special child, it's okay. And today special children are doing so much. कितने कुछ कर रहे हैं आजकल वो. And I feel आज के टाइम में बहुत कुछ अवेलेबल है. 36 years पहले इतना कुछ अवेलेबल नहीं था. उसके लिए मुझे कभी रिग्रेट होता है, but then I say yes, it's part of life. That was the time I had to face. As long as I did my best. There's a saying which says there is no perfect thing, but there can be perfect efforts. So मेरी तरफ से सिर्फ efforts हुए हैं. बाकी सब जो help है, जो situation को face करने के लिए courage चाहिए, वो सब ऊपर वाले ने दिया है मेरे को.
Okay, so Amita, yeah, it's very true. I don't know why. I really don't understand. कहीं भी कोई लोग अपनी life enjoy कर रहे हैं, people will come into this and वो अपना ही कुछ बोलने शुरू कर देता है, ये कर लो वो कर. I think if you can't motivate someone ना, at least उनको demotivate भी ना करो. अगर तुम कुछ exactly अगर तुम कुछ कर नहीं सकते ना उनके लिए, तो आओ भी ना, तो चुपचाप बैठे रहो. So I think this is the message which is जो समझना चाहिए लोगों को कि अगर आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते, किसी की हेल्प नहीं कर सकते, उनकी लाइफ बेटर नहीं बना सकते, तो एटलीस्ट उनके वर्स भी ना बनाओ. या एग्जैक्टली. सो अमिता, जैसे आपने स्टार्टिंग में लाइन कही थी, एक्सेप्शन टू
एक्सपेक्टेशन टू एक्सेप्टेंस टू ग्रेटिट्यूड.
ग्रेटिट्यूड, उसकी तरह आपकी एक और लाइन है, प्लान फॉर देम.
यस.
उसमें क्या मैसेज छुपा हुआ है?
प्लान फॉर देम इसलिए क्योंकि देखो, मैंने ये सोचा नहीं था. मैंने ये सोचा था माय हस्बैंड इज गोइंग टू बी देयर, टू ऑफ अस आर देयर. because for every parent, even with normal children, हम लोग सोचते हैं ना कि पेरेंट्स का हमारे बाद क्या होगा बच्चों का. तो ये तो स्पेशल चिल्ड्रन है, तो इनके लिए तो ये बात मन में आती ही है. सो जब तक मेरे हस्बैंड थे तब तक तो मैं ठीक थी कि कुछ ना कुछ तो हम कर ही लेंगे, But when he went away, then it was a shock for me from all ways, in all directions, कि now what do I do? I am a single parent now. तो मैं अब क्या step लूंगी so that I can be assured that he will live a good life after me also. After all, I am also aging. I am also having, some issues, health issues आने ही हैं. As we grow older, कुछ ना कुछ तो आएगा. So my intention was that मैं एक ऐसा उसके लिए कर सकूं, कुछ प्लानिंग कर लूं मैं, ताकि मैं उसके लिए उसकी लाइफ जो है वो सेट होके एंड मैं अपने जीते जी उसको देख सकूं कि वो ये सेटल लाइफ लीड कर रहा है. So I again sent a prayer to the Almighty. That's what I always do, that's my only source of strength and encouragement. So then all this while my daughter is settled in Australia, so हमने सोचा कि हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया इमिग्रेट कर जाएंगे और वहां पर वो सेटल हो जाएगा. The sister and my son-in-law will take care, and they were very happy to do that also. But we went to Australia, but the Australian government does not have this rule where they will allow special children to immigrate over there. तो मेरे लिए एक और दरवाजा बंद हो गया. जिस दरवाजे का मैं सोच के बैठी थी वो भी बंद हो गया. हम लोग वापस आए 2020, अर्ली 2020 जनवरी में. मार्च में लॉकडाउन हो गया, स्कूल्स बंद हो गए, इनएक्टिविटी हो गई बच्चों की. एंड टू मेक देम ऑक्यूपाइड इन समथिंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अदरवाइज अच्छा वो डिस्प्लेजर शो करते हैं, विच इज नॉट गुड. हमको भी चाहिए होता है कुछ ना कुछ रूटीन. Then I said, now I have to find some way out. Then I started talking to people. I explored net पे जाके सब कुछ देखा कि कौन सा कोई रेजिडेंशियल जगह है कि नहीं इन बच्चों के लिए. मेरे को कुछ जगह मिली, कुछ बहुत दूर थी. Some were very very expensive. I could not afford that. And some were very far off. And my daughter and son-in-law said, नहीं mama, पास में होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर कुछ emergency होती है, so we should be able to reach out to him whenever it is needed. God forbid, अगर कुछ emergency होती. So then I started looking out in Pune. And again, divine help came, and I found a place just 25 kilometers from my home. Can you imagine it? So these are the kind of things which has happened to so many miracles have happened in my life. कि मैं तो I'm such a believer in God that He will never let you down. कुछ भी हो जाए, तुम्हारी प्रॉब्लम कितनी भी बड़ी हो, भगवान से बड़ी नहीं हो सकती है. उसने मेरे को 25 किलोमीटर दूर एक इतना अच्छा रेजिडेंशियल प्लेस मिल गई मेरे को उसके लिए. I like the vibes of the place. I like the environment. It's a 10-acre plot which is there in a village called Vadki. वहां पर बना हुआ है, neat and clean, hygienically maintained, and there are only 30 residents so far. They may increase more. But small, it was like a family kind of a thing, you know. Their trustees जो वहां पर रहते हैं, जो run कर रहे हैं, they all are parents of special children also. So they understand कि क्या उनकी needs हो सकती हैं, क्या उनको चाहिए. तो अब वो वहां पर उसकी मैंने एडमिशन करा दिया. Last 1.5 years से वो वहां पर रह रहा है. I go to visit him. He can come home also. जब मैं लेना आती हूँ तो वो आ जाता है मेरे साथ कुछ दिन बिता के. बट मैं सोचती थी कि वो एडजस्ट कैसे करेगा, वो कभी घर से बाहर रहा ही नहीं है, तो कैसे करेगा, यू नो. सो दैट वाज अगेन अनदर थिंग व्हिच केम टू माय माइंड कि हाउ विल इट हैपन. बट सरप्राइजिंगली ही एडजस्टेड सो वेल. मैं उसको 3-4 बार पहले लेके गई दिखाने के लिए जगह. उसने सब ऑब्जर्व किया कि किसी के पेरेंट्स नहीं है वहां पर. So he felt confident. He was able to communicate with them in their own language. उसको एक अपने पुराने स्कूल का 8 साल पहले का उसका एक स्टूडेंट था, फ्रेंड था, को स्टूडेंट था, उसको उसने मास्क पहन के भी पहचान लिया. So mama, that's Karan Joshi, he's telling me. So I'm telling you, these small things उनके दिमाग में रहते हैं ये सब चीजें. तो अब वो वहां पर सेटल्ड है. And I go to see him. I talk to him once in 15 days. They celebrate festivals over there. They have a wonderful routine over there. They do yoga, they do walking, they do their workshops twice in a day. Then they have, like I said, they celebrate birthdays, festivals, and they play games, and they have music and dancing time. And they have their, regular timings of sleeping and eating, etc. So I couldn't have found a better place for him, you know. So I'm also at peace, and with God's grace, he's also staying happily over there.
जी, मुझे ना एक्चुअली जब बोल रहे थे मुझे एक भजन याद आ गया. एक था ना, इन मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा भला है. तो या अगर एक दरवाजा आपके लिए बंद हुआ तो भगवान ने दूसरा रास्ता भी निकाल दिया. मे बी आपको ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ऐसा रेजिडेंशियल एरिया ना मिल.
Yes. So कभी-कभी जो हम मांगते हैं ना वो ज्यादा अच्छा नहीं होता, उससे अच्छी चीज मिल जाती है हमको.
Exactly.
So this is the beauty of God's grace, I would say.
Exactly. अगर वहां पे हो तो मे बी इतना कुछ ना मिल पाता. एक
और उसको कितना
होता.
एडजस्टमेंट करना पड़ता है in terms of their food, their language, कितना कुछ एडजस्ट करना पड़ता. यहाँ पर तो he is one of them, you know.
Exactly. So you know, अगर एक दरवाजा बंद हुआ तो भगवान ने आपको एक सुंदर रास्ता दिखा दिया जिसमें आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स खुद ही सॉल्व होती रही. अब आप यहाँ पर हो तो आपको टेंशन नहीं है कि मेरा बच्चा वहां पे कैसे करेगा. यू नो दे आर द पीपल हु कैन टेक केयर ऑफ हिम. उनके जैसे और भी है वहां पे, तो यू वोंट फील दैट आल्सो. आई थिंक God is very close to you. Even he's close to each and every person. लगता है आपसे ज्यादा प्यार है उनको.
मेरे को तो बहुत प्यार है और वो बहुत दयालु है. आई थिंक वो मेरा बहुत ख्याल रखते हैं.
Exactly. वो आपसे बहुत ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं, इसलिए हर चीज उन्हें खुद ही की बनाई हुई है कि अगर ये समय ये होगा तो आगे क्या करना है, अगर ये होगा तो अब आगे क्या करना है. एंड आई बिलीव आगे का भी उन्होंने डिसाइड किया होगा कि अमिता की मुश्किलें कैसे कम करनी है, उसको कैसे चेहरे पर खुश रखना है. तो आई थिंक यू डोंट नीड टू वरी अबाउट लाइफ. भगवान इज लाइक बहुत पास के रिश्तेदार हैं आपके,
Yes, yes.
handle each and everything.
That's true. That's true, Priya. That's true.
या तो एक लाइन उसमें और आती है, only make perfect efforts.
यस, सो मैंने अभी बोला, कहा भी था कि हम लोग सोचते हैं, देखो एक तो बात है कि हमको कंपेयर नहीं करना चाहिए इन बच्चों को एक दूसरे से, कि देखा वो अभी इवन इन द डाउन सिंड्रोम कैटेगरी अगर हम देखेंगे, देर आर चिल्ड्रन हु आर वेरी गुड स्विमर्स, हु आर वेरी गुड एथलीट्स, हु कैन टॉक प्रॉपर्ली, वेयरएज अभिषेक का स्पीच इतनी क्लियर नहीं है, जबकि वो जितना बोलता है वो इंग्लिश में बोलता है, but he can get his message across, but it's not necessary. There are some who can be inculcated into some kind of education also, reading writing भी करते हैं वो, लेकिन अभिषेक नहीं कर पाता, but that's okay. So I should not feel, oh देखा वो तो कर सकता है लेकिन मेरा बच्चा क्यों नहीं कर सकता. So don't compare, that will give them complexes. So उनको जीने दो उनकी जिंदगी, let them do whatever they are doing to the best of their ability. Maybe वो जो ऐसा डांस करता है, वो लोग मेरे से आके पूछते हैं कि ये कहाँ से ट्रेनिंग करवाई है आपने, और मेरे को बोलना पड़ता है कि ये सेल्फ ट्रेन्ड है, टीवी से देख के सीखा है सब कुछ. So imagine, I'll tell you another of his quality. You know, after my husband passed away, मेरे घर में मीटिंग्स होती थी, तो उसमें हम एक इंट्रोडक्शन का एक राउंड होता था. तो अभिषेक की जब इंट्रोडक्शन का राउंड आता था, तो वो 4 सेंटेंसेस में अपनी पूरी लाइफ बोल देता था. एक तो बोलता था माय नेम इज अभी, सेकंड बोलता था दिस इज माय मम्मी एंड पापा फॉर मी, थर्ड बोलता था माय पापा इज गॉन टू गॉड, और हाथ जोड़ के बोलता था. एंड एंड द फोर्थ थिंग ही यूज्ड टू से वाज माय पापा टोल्ड मी बी स्ट्रांग.
Okay.
So can you imagine, मतलब हम लोग सोचते हैं कि हमें बहुत बड़े ऐसे लिखने पड़ेंगे अपने आप को डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए, लेकिन उसके लिए ये छोटे से 4 सेंटेंस में उसने अपनी पूरी लाइफ एक्सप्लेन कर दी. I was so proud of him at that time. You won't believe it, Priya. I thought मेरे को एक ग्रैमी अवार्ड मिल गया है शायद, you know, कि मेरा बच्चा अगर ये इंट्रोडक्शन कर सकता है. I felt very happy and satisfied. So not necessary everybody will have the same milestones.
Exactly. और जब आपने बोला ना स्विमिंग एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, मेरे दिमाग में एक थॉट आया जिसको मैंने एग्जैक्टली रिप्लाई किया कि आजकल के स्पेशल नीड बच्चे भी गोइंग इनटू ओलंपिक्स, विनिंग द अवार्ड, सो दैट इज लाइक इट्स कॉमन. एंड सेकेंडली हमें लगता है कि हमको उनको संभालना पड़ेगा, बट वो एक्चुअली उल्टा हमें ही संभाल देते हैं और हमें इतने इम्पोर्टेंट लाइफ लेसन्स दे देते हैं जो हम लोगों को पता ही नहीं होता. हम ये सोचते हैं कि अब हम उनको संभाल लेंगे, अब हम ये करेंगे उनका, बट एक्चुअली खुद को संभाल लेते हैं. इट्स जस्ट दैट वी जस्ट नीड टू एक्सेप्ट दोस थिंग्स, एंड दैट्स द एंड ऑफ द स्टोरी. यू जस्ट नीड टू एक्सेप्ट इट, एंड तब चीजें खुद ही चलती रहती हैं.
तो ये क्वेश्चन मेरे को बहुत लोगों ने पूछा कि माय सन माय गुरु क्यों लिखा है. मैं कहा बट दैट इज द फैक्ट.
Yeah,
that is the learning which I have taken from him, so I have to give him the credit. He is my guru, you know. Guru कौन होता है जो तुम्हें सब lesson सिखाता है.
Exactly, he's not even your guru. I think he's the guru of each and every parent over there who think कि मेरा बच्चा special है, तो I'm not comfortable with that, and all those things. I think he's the guru to all those people, and plus for the normal people like us, for me, जो हमें compassionate, love, honesty, प्यार, ये चीजें सिखाता है. क्योंकि ये चीजें अभी सारे greediness, मतलब अभी इतनी इस जनरेशन में इतना प्यार वो रहा नहीं. तो I think he is not a guru of you, but he is the guru of each and every person जिनको प्यार चाहिए, जिनको compassionate, honesty समझनी चाहिए, जो अपने बच्चों को accept नहीं करते. So I think the book name should be My Son, My Guru of the World.
Thank you so much, Priya.
So, Amita, your book is Amazon bestseller book. How do you feel?
Yeah, it was very, I was a little skeptical कि लोग क्यों पढ़ना चाहेंगे मेरे son के बारे में, but it has been amazing experience to, if you have the time, anytime, please go through the reviews which people have written. I've got reviews in Amazon India, Amazon US, Amazon Canada, and what kind of reviews I can't tell you. Mostly half of them have said that we have been crying reading through your book, you know. So not that I want them to cry, but I'm saying they somewhere they can relate to it. That is why it touches their emotional cord is touched because of that, you know. So
Exactly.
ये हर एक के साथ है, सब बच्चों में कुछ ना कुछ क्वालिटीज ऐसी होंगी जो हम लोग शायद कभी नजरअंदाज कर रहे हैं, पर हमको उनको उभार के लाना है. That is what is there, you know. Our journey should be from hopelessness to hopefulness, never hopelessness.
True.
No matter what, I'm not going to give up. No matter what, हर एक word के पीछे लगा लो, हर sentence के पीछे.
Exactly.
But that's the only way to lead life, I think.
Yeah,
See, it's not that I'm always in high life condition. ऐसा नहीं होता है. लेकिन मैं जब गिरती हूँ ना, थोड़ी देर के लिए डाउन भी होती हूँ, मैं जल्दी से उठ के फिर से उसी मुकाम पे आ जाती हूँ. I think that is more important. Don't be in a dejected, complaining mode for a very long time. ठीक है, कर लिया ना, एक दो बार मन में आ गया. Replace cribbing and complaining with an attitude of gratitude. That is the solution, I'm telling you. That's the only solution.
exactly. Like Mita, like for example, if I take my example, I also never ask anything from God, because मैं खुद पे एक बिलीव करती हूँ एक चीज की, मैं भगवान से एक फूल चाहती हूँ, बट क्या पता भगवान ने मुझे बगीचा ही देना हो. तो whatever God gives me, I happily accept it because he is the creator of the universe. And जितनी मुझे खुद को मेरी फिक्र है, उससे ज्यादा भगवान को मेरी फिक्र है, क्योंकि मैं भगवान की क्रिएशन हूँ. तो टेंशन लेकर स्ट्रेस लेकर वी आर जस्ट वेस्टिंग आवर टाइम. और जब हम स्ट्रेस और टेंशन लेते हैं ना, हम भगवान की क्रिएशन को क्वेश्चन करते हैं. तो आई थिंक वी शुड एक्सेप्ट. हाँ, होता है, अप एंड डाउन बहुत ज्यादा आता है, कई बार चीजें नहीं.
That's okay. That is human life. Up and down तो
Exactly.
होगा ना. Straight line होगी तो हम जिंदा ही नहीं रहेंगे ना. Up and down है तो हम जिंदा भी हैं ना. So ठीक है.
Exactly.
It's okay. We learn. We grow. That's how we grow.
Exactly. Even जब भगवान एक ह्यूमन क्रिएशन में आते हैं, ह्यूमन फॉर्म पे आते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल राम, तो राम जी ने भी बनवास लिया था, उनके भी तो लाइफ में अप डाउन आए थे. कृष्ण जी के लाइफ में आए थे, और भी कितने कितने गुरु ने ह्यूमन फॉर्म पे लिया था. सो अप एंड डाउन्स आर द पार्ट ऑफ द लाइफ, बट हाउ यू ओवरकम फ्रॉम दैम, दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट. चुपचाप बैठ भी सकते हो, हार कर भी बैठ सकते हो, और अमिता की तरह उबर के एक प्यार से भगवान का अपना रिश्तेदार बनाकर उस चीज से पार भी कर सकते हो. सो इट्स इन
एक मैंने लाइन पढ़ी थी कहीं पर, उसने लिखा था, या तो भाग लो या भाग लो, either run away or take part.
Yes.
So we have to decide. We all have choices, ना, कि हम क्या करना चाहते हैं, हम भाग लेना चाहते हैं कि हम भागना चाहते हैं. So ये हमारी जो आउटकम ऑफ लाइफ है उसके ऊपर ही डिपेंड करेगा ना. ये हमने क्या स्टैंड लिया है, क्या हमने उसके लिए जद्दोजहद करी है, क्या हमने भगवान के ऊपर विश्वास किया है.
एग्जैक्टली. सो अमिता, अभी तक आपने जितना कुछ बताया, कितना भी बताया, वो सिर्फ एक हम पे एक स्पेशल बच्चे, स्पेशल मॉम डैड पर निर्भर नहीं होता, बट वो हर किसी एक पर्सन पे होता है, क्योंकि अप एंड डाउन सिर्फ एक स्पेशल नीड पेरेंट की लाइफ में नहीं आते, नॉर्मल इंसान में भी आते हैं. तो इसके अलावा कुछ और है जो आप हाईलाइट करना चाहते हो, जो आपने अपनी बुक में लिखा हो बट आपने अभी तक ना बोला हो?
कीप गोइंग. रुकना नहीं. रुक गए तो बस वो हार जाएंगे फिर. Because there are so many people outside in the environment also. जब हमने डिसाइड किया कि हम दिल्ली से पुणे शिफ्ट होंगे for the sake of our child, we gave up our jobs, settled life in Delhi. हमने सब कुछ छोड़ दिया, दोनों ने इकट्ठे छोड़ दिया. लोगों ने हमको बोला, तुम लोग बेवकूफ हो, तुम्हारी ये सबसे बड़ी गलती होगी जिंदगी की. But still we went ahead. Why? Because we did not want to live a life of regret कि काश हमने ऐसा कर लिया होता. So regret नहीं रहना चाहिए लाइफ में. Take the steps. All steps are difficult. जब मैं काम करती थी उसके पैदा होने के बाद, तो मैं कॉन्सेंट्रेट ही नहीं करा जा रहा था. तो मैं एक साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास गई थी. मैंने बोला कि मेरे को बहुत गिल्टी फील होता है कि मैं काम कर रही हूँ और मेरा स्पेशल नीड चाइल्ड है घर में. She says, उसने बोला कि घर में कौन है? I said, I have my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and they are taking very good care. मेरे से ज्यादा वो लोग केयर करते हैं. तो बोली, then why are you worried? they are taking care ना. तुमने बच्चे को ऐसे तो नहीं छोड़ा हुआ ना कि तुम बंद करके आ जाते हो और तुम काम पे करते. She said the quality of time which you spend with him is more important than the quantity of time. So that is what you should keep in mind.
Yeah, exactly. Quality of time is more important than
Yeah.
quantity of time. Exactly. I learned this lesson today, and इतना कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है ना आज आपसे अमिता. Like मतलब I'm feeling so happy कि जैसे इतनी छोटी छोटी चीजें कहाँ पे हम गिव अप कर लेते हैं, होप खो देते हैं, या फिर चीजें क्वांटिटी में मेजर करना शुरू कर देते हैं. तो हमें होता है कि हम उस इंसान से ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड कर ले जितना मिले, बट हम क्वालिटी पे वो क्वालिटी नहीं देखते. तो आई थिंक आज इतना कुछ मुझे आपसे सीखने को मिल रहा है. आई एम सो ग्लैड राइट नाउ.
Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you.
Yeah, so do you handle take counseling session for the parents of special need children?
See, अभी भी हमारा एक यहाँ पर स्पेशल पेरेंट्स का ग्रुप है.
Okay.
तो अभी last month only there was World Down Syndrome Day. तो उनकी वो सेलिब्रेशन करी थी उन्होंने. So they had 2-3 days का प्रोग्राम था. So I said, this is the best forum I will get, to reach out to the parents of Down syndrome children. तो मैंने वो there were some 50-60 parents थे, बच्चे भी आए हुए थे. तो वहां पर मैंने अपनी बुक लॉन्च करी थी उनके सामने. And you won't believe it, they were so happy to hear from me. They said कि हमको इतनी encouragement मिल रही है कि हाँ, we are not giving up. No. So that was the idea of writing the book. So if I could get that message across, I think that was the whole thing, And after my launch, they came to me. The small kids were standing next to me. They were telling me, write my name on the book and give it to me. So it was a moment of so much of satisfaction and pleasure, I can't tell you.
Even Amita, book हर कोई लिख लेता है, but लोगों के दिल तक वो बुक पे जाना हर किसी की बात नहीं होती. And the people are coming to you and say कि मेरा नाम लिखकर मुझे बुक दो. It's a huge success. क्योंकि हर किसी को ये चीज नहीं मिलती. हर कोई किताब लिख देता है, छाप देता है, बट जो चीज आपको मिली है ना किताब लिखने के बाद, छापने के बाद, वो हर इंसान को नहीं मिलती. So you are such a blessed child of the God.
I'm really, in all humility, I say thanks to everything that I've got in my life, Thank you so much.
So to all my viewers, मैं उनको ये भी बता दूं कि अमिता एक लाइफ इनरिचमेंट कोच भी हैं. तो अमिता, प्लीज थ्रो लाइट ऑन दिस.
देखिए, लाइफ क्या है? लाइफ एक गिफ्ट है. मैं हर रोज सुबह उठ के, मेरी ये रूटीन है बहुत सालों से, कि मैं आई गो आउट इन द गार्डन एंड आई स्ट्रेच माय आर्म्स एंड आई से थैंक यू यूनिवर्स फॉर गिविंग मी दिस ब्यूटीफुल गिफ्ट ऑफ द डे. So I have to thank. It is not that we can't take it for granted कि कल मेरी नींद खुल जाएगी. There are millions of people who don't wake up the morning, So this is my first thing I do in the morning. I say a deep gratitude prayer for giving me this gift of life. So एक लाइफ का दिन हमको मिल गया, पता नहीं उसमें कितने मोमेंट्स मिलेंगे. तो मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि इस लाइफ को ना एनरिच करना चाहिए हमेशा. इसको बेहतर बनाना चाहिए किसी ना किसी तरह. और बेहतर का इजी से इजी तरीका एक मैं आज सबको बता सकती हूँ. किसी दूसरे के मुंह पे ऊपर स्माइल ले आओ. That is how you're enriching anybody.
Yes. True.
See, उसको एक hope का gift दे दो ना. Give him hope. Hope and happiness. These are the two things which will enrich your lives. And this is why I called myself a life enrichment coach, And believe me, it was so much in me to do this. When I was 50 years old and I was working, during that, I said, I need a formal education also for this, I need to be have the degree also. I did a degree course also to be qualified person who can be a coach, So all these things, something has to be driven. Something has to drive you to do this,
So you
because the happiest thing. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, please go ahead.
So I'm saying the most satisfying part of my day is when I can give a smile or kind of a spark of hope to anybody. So that is why I feel life is a gift. Enrich it with every moment, every day.
Exactly. I think first of all, you proved that age is just a number because आपने उस उम्र पे स्टडी शुरू की है कहाँ पे लोग कहते हैं कि रिटायरमेंट ले लो बैठ जाओ घर पे. So you proved that age is a number. And secondly, Amita, you know, जो चीजें आज आपसे सीखने को मिली हैं, मुझे नहीं लगता कि वो हर कोई सिखा पाता है. And you are such an inspiration woman for all of us. So Amita, do you want to give advice to special need parents or to the normal people or to anyone?
No advice. Everybody's life is a journey. Every journey is different. जैसा जैसा टाइम आता जाए उसको फेस करते जाओ विद ब्रेवरी, करेज के साथ फेस करो.
Okay.
वो अच्छा ही होगा. उसका जो रिजल्ट निकलेगा वो अच्छा ही होगा. If you give your best, you will get the best. Give your 100% to whatever you are doing in life. Whether it is making a chapati for your children or it is, doing your job in a corporate office. Give your 100% at that time. घर में आए हैं तो घर का 100% दे दो. वहां गए हो, काम करने गए हो तो 100% वहां काम के लिए ध्यान. So my one liner would be give your 100% to whatever you are doing in life. That's all.
Great. So Amita, apart from that, do you want to share anything else with us?
No, if anybody would like to share their if you want to read, you can read it on Kindle also. My book, you can buy it. It is for $2.99. It is available on Amazon and Flipkart. And if you can give me your reviews, that'll help me. That'll be a great experience for me if I can get sincere reviews. I don't want anything, कि ये मैं पढ़ना चाहती हूँ, but I want to reach out to the hearts of people. What do they want? Does it really make a difference? That is what I would like to know about from my readers.
So Amita, I promise you one thing. After 2 days, I'm definitely going to give you the review. I will read your book and I will give you a review, and I can't wait to read it. So yeah, next person, you are going to have one more reader in your list.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So sweet of you.
And Amita, also अभी आपके husband कहाँ पर भी आपको देख रहे होंगे, he will be so proud of you.
Yes,
कि
yes.
आपने
Actually, the strength comes from him only, because we were such a close-knit family that हमको कुछ एक दूसरे के बिना रहना आता ही नहीं था. लेकिन अभी सीख लिया है. बट सिखाने वाला गुरु है तो फिर सीखना पड़ता है ना.
हाँ, और जब गुरु बेटा हो तो फिर ऐसे
yes.
तो कहाँ पर भी वो भी होंगे, आपसे बहुत खुश होंगे, आपसे बहुत प्राउड हो रहे होंगे that yeah, my Amita did this.
Thank you, Priya.
भगवान तो है ही आपके रिश्तेदार, so he will be in your favor only. And thank you so much, Amita.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. You have been so nice and giving me so many nice words to hear. Thank you so much.
So Amita, could you show your book a little, little glimpse of your book? Okay.
So this is my husband and my constant companion, even today. And at the end of the book, I've given a small gallery.
Okay.
So this is my guru,
Okay.
my son.
Okay.
This is my daughter and son-in-law, Sonali and Mahendra.
Okay.
This is Abhishek and my grandson, Arihan.
And yeah, you're blessed with such a beautiful family.
And this is where Abhishek had celebrated. He was in Prayatna. They used to have these exhibitions. So he was looking after one of the stalls. And this is where he is at present. It is called Arvind Saurabh. And he celebrated his birthday over there last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
कब है उनका birthday?
अभी आने वाला है 16th May.
16th May. So we are again going to have new pictures.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, I would wait for the pictures.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you
Priya.
so much, Amita, for taking out your precious time. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. Okay, bye.
ये थी अमिता की कहानी, जिन्होंने कभी हार नहीं मानी और डटी रही और हर मुसीबत का सामना किया। ऐसे ही और कहानियों के साथ हम फिर से आएंगे। तब तक थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग अस। टेक केयर एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू स्माइल।